Hello and welcome to the Fulhamish quick take after a 95-minute penalty secures Brighton a 2-1 victory over Fulham. Devastating. You couldn't write it, but I'm joined by Elizabeth Barnard. Hello, Liz.
Thank you for having me, Yas.
How are you feeling?
You know what? I felt better, but I'm pleased to be doing the quick take with you, and that's what I could say for this.
I was going to say, all-female quick take on International Women's Day, not the point. The point is that Fulham have lost. But we've made history, Liz.
I think that's what I'd describe this as, please, we've been wanting to do one together for a while. I wish it could have been under better circumstances.
I know, I really wish it could. But, right, let's start right from the start. Lovely start of the day. Sun was shining. Lovely trip down from Victoria to... We went for Lewis. Do you think that was the better option, or maybe we should have started in Brighton?
I'm enjoying you avoiding talking about the game as much as possible. Lewis is the best option.
Well, the thing is, the first thing you said to me when we got out the ground was, well, I actually had a lovely day. But I think that was pre-football and hopefully post-football as well. But, yeah, we were in the pub together in Lewis and lineup came out. 5 at the back. Some people thought not too bad. Probably, I don't mind it. What do you think?
I think without Lukic, it made sense to shore up defensively a lot. But I did think, we'll come on to this, but I do think that lineup really stifled us in an attacking sense today.
Yeah, actually, so Lukic was obviously on his ban after those yellow cards. We really missed him, actually. I didn't really think about it that much, but Lukic in the middle of the pitch, where has he gone?
We've spoken so much about how that Berger-Lukic pivot is a fit replacement for Polinia, but as soon as one of them is missing, which happens a lot because obviously there are 2 players that you have to keep unsuspended and fit, then I just felt like we were easy to run through in a lot of points today, and as disappointed I am by the manner of the loss, I can't really say that we didn't deserve to lose today.
Okay, I would probably say that we deserved a point out of this. Okay, fair. You obviously... so I don't know, I think at half-time it was 1-1. When we scored our goal, I thought that came really against the run of play. Mm-hmm. I think it came out of nowhere for us. I think it was then fair that Brighton then equalised. Bit of a shame. It would have been better for Fulham to have scored that goal going into half-time. I think that would have shored us up a little bit more. I'd still think, though, that maybe they edged it. I'd say they edged it, but I would have been very happy with a point. I think it's disappointing that we've let 3 points go to Brighton.
Yeah, I mean, it is disappointing. Before the game, I would have taken a draw, and at 90 minutes, I would have taken a draw, and all of that. It is disappointing, the result, but I thought we were quite poor in the second half, and I thought a lot of our usually star players had off days today across the back line, and also a few players. I didn't think Iwobi was particularly good today, stuff like that, but,
Yeah, Iwobi didn't have a great game against United either. Do you think there was some tired legs, getting towards the end of the season? To be fair, you would usually say Castagna is an example of someone who hasn't had a rest in months. I actually think he was one of the better players on the pitch. He was vital for creating our first goal. He then shepherds out for Iwobi, lovely cross-in then for Jimenez. I think Castagna did well, but there probably is a sense of tired legs going on.
Yeah, I was expecting our more dangerous attacks to come down the left with Robinson and Iwobi. That's what I always expect. But to be honest, I thought down the right, Castagna was really strong today. So I'm pleased for him. He had a good game, and obviously a shame we couldn't get anything out of it.
Yeah, I think Robinson, for me, felt slightly stunted. I don't know if he quite suited the way that Silva set up today. I felt like it was really calling for that killer blow on the left, which just didn't really come. Iwobi ended up coming off, and on comes Cess. Liz is number one cesshead, let's say. I didn't really have much of a chance, so did he? Had 5 minutes, but how were you feeling when he came on?
Yeah, I thought maybe he'll score the winner again. Well, again, he scored the opener at Wolves. I was there, best day of my life. But yeah, he didn't really have much of a chance to impact the game, unfortunately. And I thought our substitutions were fine. I thought Muniz looked relatively bright when he came on. But again, with Muniz, it's a thing of like his lack of control is just so frustrating. Yeah. And Raul was tiring. It was right to take Raul off, but sometimes with Muniz, I feel very annoyed.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really much he could do at this point. But yeah, I mean, Brighton's goal, it's a great goal. It's a really good finish from Van Heck. It felt like it happened in slow motion. George was saying, he was sat next to me. You could just see it coming. That was like their second or third free kick from that left-hand side, just outside the penalty area. And yeah, you could just see it coming. It's really hard to deal with because the defenders are already on the back foot when you're dealing with a delivery that's that good and a finish which just annoyingly hits that. Well, it kind of goes off the post, doesn't it, a little bit, and then ends up in the net.
Nice finish, unfortunately. I hate to say it, and obviously we were right behind that goal. But yeah, Brighton had a couple of correctly offside goals, but I haven't watched it back, but they both went to VAR to check that they were offside, so they must have been tight. And we didn't really have much of note, I thought, in the second half. I don't think... What's her goalkeeper called? Bruggen. I didn't think he had much to do. And then obviously the killer blow comes, and I say all our substitutions were good, but I don't think Harrison Reed had a great showing today.
Well, he was the one who eventually gave away the penalty, literally in the very dying stages of the game. It was just such a shame, really. At 90 minutes, I was feeling completely okay with the idea that we take a point away in the bid to stay in the European compensation picture, rather. A point away at Brighton would have been really quite nice. This also ends, 9 matches unbeaten in the league against Brighton. Yeah, it just seemed like a little bit of a shame to lose it on a penalty, and Leno goes the right way, but Pedro just finishes it off nicely.
As soon as the penalty was called, and I didn't see it, like I was down the other end, I couldn't say, I checked with the people that were watching on, whatever, and they said, yeah, definitely a penalty, so unfortunate and a mistake, but it is what it is. I'm not going to come on here and be like, oh, it was never a penalty. Also, like, annoying that the clock ran over, but if they'd blown up at that point, I would have totally understood Brighton fans' frustration. So again, fine. And as soon as I saw it as a penalty, I knew it would be João Pedro, one of the most consistent penalty takers in this league. And obviously Bernd Leno had all the heroics last week, but he was, with respect, saving a penalty of Lindelof and Xerxes and not of João Pedro. And
there also had been 3 penalties which had already gone in at this point anyway for Man United, so
yeah,
who knows. I mean, if there is anyone at this point, it would have been lovely for Leno to have saved that penalty, but yeah, I mean, if Pedro's the one to finish it, really. So yeah, this one is frustrating. How does Fulham then move on from this game? We've now got Spurs coming up, and we also have a FA Cup quarter-final. So does Brighton. Are we just gonna meet Brighton again in the semis, beat them at Wembley instead?
If losing today means we can beat them at Wembley to get to the FA Cup final, I would take it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Having said that, that's, not how football works. It's disappointing today. Like, a win today would have been a really statement moment. I didn't think we were particularly impressive, especially in that formation. It's not over. Europe's not over. But with performances like this, if we perform like this consistently, it will be over. And I'm excited about the Cup. To be honest, that is my main thought. Like, if you'd offered me a win last weekend versus a win this weekend, I would have always taken last weekend. I'm excited about Spurs next week. They're, dare I say, pretty bad. And I'm really looking forward for that game. And obviously we've got the Fulhamish live show afterwards. Yes. So
yeah, let's round this up, forget about this game. Yes. Fulhamish live show, 16th of March after the Spurs game. Tickets are going very, very quickly. There's how many left?
I think about a dozen last time I checked, and
Yeah.
that was before today. So, like, if there are any left, there are very, very few.
Yeah, but if you want to see Paul Cooper, star of this country, Martin Mucklow, and all your Fulhamish favourites, hurry, get up your tickets. The link will be in the bio. Really hope to see you there. I'm really looking forward to This Will Catch On. I've been scrolling through your emails. There are some good ones, but we still need some more. I'm still looking for that star This Will Catch On, but I'm looking forward to it. You'll be there, Liz, won't you?
As will you, as. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very excited.
All right. Well, thank you, Liz.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll forget about this game for now, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. This has been the Fulhamish Quick Take. Come on, you Whites.